was an old intro, but somebody worked really hard on it. I forget who made that for me, but I felt like using it, so there it is. So things are moving along exactly as expected. It's like they're doing a punch list of things they have to check off to get things done. And here's a little thing from the Forest Service tree. They found over 45,000 dead animals in this area so far, within a 5-mile radius of the crash site. 45,000 dead animals. That's horrific. But here's the deal. Look at the picture. What does that look like? Looks like a mushroom cloud, right? Spreading out in all directions. And ever since this thing has occurred, we've had nothing but terrible, bad weather coming from the west into New England. So this stuff is spreading absolutely everywhere. But it is what it is. It's already happened. Nobody seems to care about it. I haven't bumped into anybody that's brought this up as a topic of concern. Nobody's talking about this. This is something that happened a long time ago. It's over. It is what it is. And that's America. And it's sad, but it is what it is. So recently somebody sent me a link or a video, an email or something like that, saying, you need to watch this so you can get over your love of silver and gold. Yeah, you see, the reason I'm telling you to do this, and if you haven't done this, you better do it today or tomorrow or really, really soon, isn't for my love of gold and silver. I don't know how many of you guys have met me face to face. What's the last thing on my mind? Emptying my pockets and handing it to you. And that's exactly what I do. You can think what you want. I'm the dude on YouTube that made it to 400,000 subscribers and didn't monetize my channel. Do you know what I'm saying? I didn't monetize my channel. And then YouTube tried to take that away from me, but it didn't matter because I didn't monetize my channel. I had a couple of small sponsors and that was it. This is a whole different ball game because in order to do what they're doing, you're not going to be able to get this. I'm telling you to turn your money into silver and gold because when the lights go out, when everything drops out from under us, when everything goes to absolute shit, you're going to need some sort of a medium to trade with people because it's not going to be overnight unless you happen to live in the area where a terrorist attacks with a bomb or something like that. But they're going to they are slowly taking away food, water, the air, your money, your ability to live on this earth. That is Agenda 21. That's why I tell you this. It's not for my love of silver and gold. I've given away more. I can't even explain it. If you haven't met me, you don't know. It is what it is. But here we go. This is already happening. We're losing banks in Silicon Valley. You know what I mean? And people can't get their money out of their 401ks. It's kind of like it was a prediction. This isn't grasping at straws. We know what Agenda 21 and Agenda 2030 are. We know what they need to do to get us there. And they're doing it. You know what I'm saying?
It's not every day that we have a bank failure, Gene. So I do wonder if you worry as an economist about potential spillover effects, even if it is unique in terms of their deposit base and their venture capital exposure, about tighter lending standards for the rest of the financial system, which has already been happening on the back of deposits that have been falling.
You know, look, there's no question that when you have anything like this, if you're at the White House, if you're at Treasury, you're at the Federal Reserve, you know, yes, you're going to be looking exactly at what you're saying. Are there knock-on effects? How much is this a one-off? Does it reflect other challenges? But, you know, like all of you, we're going to monitor the situation. But
blah, 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 blah. They're saying a bunch of words so that people don't get smart and pull their money out of the banking system because they want all of your money in the banking system when it crashes. And it's already begun. It's already begun. I told you this was coming, and now here it is. You think that's a complete fluke? This is Agenda 2030. They have to cripple us on every single level, and the next level has begun. And I'm getting most of my emails from people in the United Kingdom or over in Britain. This is happening. They can't get their money out of UK. The people over in the UK can't get their money out of United States banks already. That ain't good. You know what I'm saying? But for you, it's an enormous red flag waving in your face. And I don't know how many more red flags people need before they smarten up and do what they need to do. If all hell breaks loose and your area gets taken out, you know what? You're going home. It's all good. But chances are you're going to end up with no water, no food, no electricity, no gasoline. And if you don't have anything except paper cash in your pocket, you're not going to be able to trade with anybody for anything whatsoever at all. That's why I've been telling you about saving food and turning your bank account into something that you actually have control of, that can't be taken out overnight with the click of a switch. Because the way it's set up right now, that's exactly how it goes. Exactly how it goes. You see what I'm saying? How did I know this was going to happen? How did I know this was going to happen? Because it's Agenda 2030, all right? It's not some, visions from God or anything like that. When we discuss, I mean, if you've been following me for any length of time, do you remember when they first broke out with the COVID? I kept saying, this looks like Agenda 21. I just can't quite tie it together. Well, even though I didn't know how to tie it together, I was right. And this is the next step right here. This is bad. This is bad. I've been warning you about this, and that's what this does. It turns it into gold and silver. And when all of this stuff actually becomes so obvious you can't miss it anymore, the only people that are going to be straightened out are the people with gold and silver, because gold and silver has always been gold and silver. It's not going anywhere. You see what I mean? And the reason I decided to make a video today is because it's getting really, really wacky. You got the World Health Organization saying things like this. With everything that's going on Earth right now, you really think that this is some sort of an absolute, like we need to get this done because people are concerned about this? I know a guy that's in love with a cat and his entire life is in shambles because he doesn't have the legal right to marry his cat. That's insane, but that's what these people are addressing. They want to put as much crazy out there as they possibly can, and they are. And to bump it up a little bit, the military says an alien mothership in our solar system is very possible. Why would they be saying stuff like that on 3/6/2023? You know what I mean? There's a possibility that an extraterrestrial mothership and smaller probes may be visiting planets in our solar system, the head of the Pentagon's Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon Research Office noted in a draft shared on Tuesday. Well, that's fun to say, you know what I mean? The only issue with that is there is no outer space. This stuff isn't real. Anything you see like this is man-made, and anything that you see that's otherworldly is other-dimensional. But they're bringing it out. It's all coming out all at one time. I mean, this is getting crazy time. But this is the news. How do you even make videos anymore without feeling like an absolute dope talking about this stuff? Because this is insane. But here's a little legitimacy on this side of the coin, I guess.
No, ma... no, ma non c'entra niente qui. Queste sono avvelenate. Qui sono state avvelenate. Non so da cosa, ma sono state avvelenate.
Quando andavano giù hanno schiumato il buche. Sai perché forse non fanno anche di punture.
Ah, beh, per il negro lì che è.
Okay. Thousands and thousands and thousands of livestock just being found dead in fields in Italy and other countries, including the United States, because 45,000 dead animals from a train crash in a 5-mile radius. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, that's bad. And so isn't this. This takes food off the table. This causes panic. This causes prices to rise. I'm removing Windows 11 and installing Windows 10 on a computer because, yeah, you can do that. Windows 11 is nothing but spyware. But my computer sounds like a rocket ship, so if you can hear that, I apologize. At any rate, things are getting crazy, ladies and gentlemen. This is no joke. I mean, this is the news, which just freaks me out that I live in a world where this is the news. And things like this, no one talks about, not a big deal. And things like this are completely predictable months in advance. And things like the banks going under 1, 2, 3 at a time. Yeah, that's bad. And then you throw a few UFOs in there. you got all your bases covered. They're getting ready to. Do you remember back in the beginning of this? I said when they do hit us, they're going to hit us from all angles because no one's ever tried to take over the entire population of the world at one time before. They've set us up so that they can, and they're going to. Cover your ass, because I don't want to be a dick, but I told you this was coming, and here it is. Richie from Boston. Links will be below. I am out.